Shit's smooth.
Yes, guys, welcome back. It's straight in, my brother. Straight in, man. What is good, my people? It's your boy CT the PT here, aka Clive. Welcome back, welcome back. We have special guests in the house today.
That's nice.
Man, introduce yourself, man.
Yes.
Let them know who's here.
My name's Michael, Free of Charge Podcast. I'm here, baby. Feeling good, man.
Obviously, David Adjory. So we're full government, man. Obviously, David's Free of Charge Podcast with Michael, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Free of Charge Podcast in the house. You know what it is? Before we go in, let me just actually big you man up here. Big love for, what was it? So if you don't already know, you're not already aware, these lot got me on their pod back in October, was it? October?
Yeah, October, November, yeah.
So they took my podcast virginity, imagine. So ever since then, you know,
we took that
ever since then, I've not looked back, man. So I appreciate you, man, for that. And
No worries,
yeah, man, it's good.
True love, man.
Good to see you, man.
No worries,
Good to
bro.
have you, man, back in for sure, man. Defo. But how you, man, doing, man? Are you good? Yeah,
I'm well,
Bro.
man.
everything good.
You know what? Just pushing, man. I'll be honest, like, it's been challenging. Like, when they say the devil's trying to test you, I don't want to fully say it's the devil, but life has really been trying to test, man. But
it does that,
I've just been going day by day, man.
Yeah.
Trying to push through because, like, life will be life regardless. It's always going to be hard. So, you know, just keeping it pushing. Not to be cliche, but literally, bro.
Literally, yeah. No, I mean, there's, light doesn't shine without darkness.
No, literally.
So it's essential, it's essential for that growth, definitely.
How about you, though?
Yeah, man. You know me, I'm well, man. I'm just so present. So I'm just always that tunnel vision, innit? Just kind of getting on with it, really. Getting on with it.
I see it, bro.
Yeah, man. You know,
The posts still
change, man.
day by day,
Yeah.
TikTok, the Instagrams.
Yeah, man.
Get personal feedback, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
honestly,
pushing, bro.
I'm not even just saying this. I love it because I myself, I'm a consumer of your shit.
Big love, man.
Seriously, bro.
No, I appreciate
Can I swear
that.
on this or?
Yeah.
Check it.
We could, yeah, we're lenient around here.
Yeah, man. For real.
No, it's all love with the mandem, man. I always like seeing the mandem doing their thing, especially in their own ways. It doesn't have to be the cliche way that's been presented to us. There's different avenues to take in reaching our goals, definitely.
Exactly, bro.
Definitely.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Oh, man.
Right. But I have questions, man. I have questions. You know me, man.
Hey.
I had these ones specifically for you, man. So, you know me, I love a little deep dive. A little deep dive into yourself, a bit of introspection. So, say if I was to go through your roster of ex-situationships or girlfriends or whatever. Yeah?
We were just talking, so briefly, we were just talking about this conversation today. On our commute.
Facts, man. If I was to gather all of them in one room and not necessarily what you think, but what you think they think, what would be what would be the best attribute about you, and then what would be the worst thing they would say about you?
For me, I'll be real. I would have if we're talking about situationships, like serious ones, I'm gonna say I would have had 3 women that I could say cool to serious. I'll say good attributes in communication because I'm very straightforward. What I want, I'll tell you. But a negative, you know what? Yeah, I would say, I hate to admit it, like all of them I said I'm way too nonchalant, innit?
Okay.
In terms of like. So like, I'll give you an example, innit?
Yeah.
So one of them, like I was with her for like. She's basically my girl, innit? So my ex-girl, I was with her for time, bro. And like sometimes we'd be going out. And so I'll just be chilling there, relaxing. I remember one time I booked something for like 5:30. Cause I was at yard at like 5 o'clock, still banging games.
Yo, wanker.
It's like, cause I'm just chill, like don't take me long to get ready, blah. Like I'm just chill, left the yard like 5:20, maybe 10-minute walk to the place. Cause like, obviously it's in my uni, I was at uni and not in it.
Okay.
So I'm thinking it's gonna be a 10-minute walk. I end up being late. She got onto me in it, and that's not the first occasion. It happens with the other 2, but I'm just way too nonchalant in it. But to me, I don't see that's a bad attribute. But I get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because like when you're excited for something, it's like cool. I'm not that. It seems like I'm not excited, but 'cause I'm mad nonchalant in it.
Yeah,
because
let's contextualize it, bro. If listen, you're sleeping by your babes, there's a robber knocking on your door at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
We need you, that level-headed guy, to execute. You can't have being all emotional with the babes. That's
Let's
just
call
not
the
it.
police.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be like that though. That situation,
Not nonchalant, but you'll be level-headed. You get it? So it applies. It applies for different scenarios.
Yo.
Yeah, man. That's interesting.
That's a brazy question, you know. So can you bring that question up again? Actually,
So, what do you think they would think your best and worst attributes are? Just you as a person.
you know what? I want to say so many things. I'll be so real. I'll be so real. I'm just being honest, but I'll just nail it down to one. My best, I would say, probably wanting to understand. Because if I feel like I don't understand something or someone, I'll still aim to want to understand why do you think that way, or why do you believe in this or that. So I'll say the understanding for sure. Then we're talking about the negative side. I would say that's so hard.
I know. It's hard to pinpoint.
And I'm trying to be so real, honestly. I don't even know, you know. I swear to God.
I know you know.
I actually don't know. You tell me.
I can't tell you.
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Are you a good communicator, you say?
I would say I am. I would say that's a hard one.
I can imagine.
The negative. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not perfect.
Of course.
I would just say, you know what? I found it. With me, when it comes to women, sometimes I but sometimes I'll be closed off. When I see how they think in a certain way, I'm like, no, let me not even say that. If I say this to you, you're gonna react. So I would say me just being closed off for myself at times with some women. So that's what I would say. Like, even just recently, for example, this girl, I was talking to her for like 6 months throughout this whole year. Obviously, I'm working for this company right now. And she's trying to ask me, oh, how much you getting, or this, or what's your hours? I'm like, I'm not telling you this stuff.
Too much.
You're asking too much because for one, it's not your business. For two, at that moment of time when I was talking to her, things were kind of sour. I felt like, no, there's no longevity in this. I'm not telling you this. So I would say just being closed off, man. Because one thing I've realized with like relationships or even situationships, it's sad how like a lot of the time, when you're done that person, they're literally a stranger again.
You know
what I mean?
Can I get
real talk?
You know what I'm saying?
So when I think of that, sometimes I'm like, all right, cool. If I feel like there's no longevity in this and it's gonna dead off at some point very soon, I'm gonna stop giving you the whole of me because you're gonna be a stranger that knows all of this about me, and then that's it. Like, nah, man. And I literally just went through that right now, like literally, like. Recently, this week, bro.
Wow,
yes,
fresh.
bro. Yeah,
it's funny
fresh.
how, because you said that your strength is your willingness to understand them.
Yeah.
But what you're sounding like is you find yourself in situations where there's kind of a lack of willingness for them to understand you.
Yeah, in a way. That's what I just experienced now, to be honest. Like the past girl I was just with, she was just so, I'm right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, okay, you think you're right in these things, but sometimes just ask. Yeah. Ask, okay, Michael, are you okay? Kind of thing, bro. Or, no, I mean, let me tell you something, bro. I'm digressing right now a bit. I'm going on a tangent. But for example, the last girl I was with, bro, I can tell you right now, for the past 6-7 months I was with her, she couldn't even ask me if I'm okay more than 4 times, bro. Like, genuinely asking, like, are you okay? Not, are you okay? How's your day? Not, you know, there's difference. There's difference between, are you okay? How's your day? To, how are you? Are you alright? I didn't have that.
Yeah. Are you well?
Are you well? Like, for real?
Well, yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's what I'll say, bro.
Can I add to your point?
Yeah.
Like, it's a mad one, because, you know, a lot of the times, I feel like we're at an age where some people are, one, emotionally mature. And I feel like with me, certain, like, obviously, I'm single now. And it's like, I'm talking to people, like, obviously, I'm
you had to announce that on the pod.
No, I'm single, I'm single, y'all. I'm just letting you know, like, I'm single now, but it's like, what I found is like, sometimes when you talk to new people, it's like, and once, for example, you said you talked to her for 6 months, even if it's just 3 months, it's like, I don't want to teach you how to learn. I don't want to teach you how to learn about your emotion. You should, like, because you're going to drag me down, and you're going to drag yourself down, because it's like, for example, I can give you a situation, so I'm talking to this girl now, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I communicate, bro, when I mean I communicate everything, If you've done something to me and you've annoyed me, I'll tell you, yo, like, let's say your name's
David speaking
Shaniqua.
Yeah.
I'll say Shaniqua, I can't lie.
Transparent, innit?
You've done this and this annoyed me, innit? I'll be so real. So I'm not a magician.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna guess what's in your head.
It's true.
So when I've done something to you, and you've kind of like, for example, this is what literally happened. I've done something now, and I didn't even know I've done this.
That happens all the time, man.
I promise you, I didn't even know I've done this. And she just like kind of held me off for like a week. And so I'm just assuming in my head, I'm gonna hold me up for a week, innit? No, so you know what? Yeah, let me push back. I'm not gonna pop up to you. I'm not gonna do nothing. Let me push back. Hold me up for a week. Then like 2 weeks later, she popped up. Oh, so I'm a stranger now. I want to have my friends in it. What's slapping is like, oh, I'm a stranger now. I was just thinking, what? Like,
they want you to show that you care, innit? By like, oh, did I do something? Did I do something?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, how am I supposed? Like, I don't have to explain.
I think
like,
pulling away is like the most backwards thing to do. There's no willingness to cooperate. If I've done something wrong, like again, open the panel up. Then
exactly
going away and it's I don't want to say childish, but it is. It's not showing the willingness to work together.
It's like, and not even to get in fact to get deep in it. Because it's like sometimes in general in life, people think that, I feel like as men, and I'm not trying to bash women in any way, but I feel like as men, a lot of women just think, oh, he should know, he should be switched on. But it's like, some people don't think about our feelings, innit? Because for me, if someone's owed me off for like 2 weeks, this is just my mentality in general. What am I chasing you for?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
am I dickhead?
What's for me should.
Do you know what I mean? You sent me that message of, you don't want to be involved with me, innit? So I've just taken that aboard us. You know what? You don't want to be involved with me?
Exactly.
Fair enough. If you've explained to me beforehand, look, I'm going through something, I'm going to be this. That's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, it just comes back to that communication
But then girls will even, if it was flipped, the roles were flipped, they will say, oh, so you can go more than 2 days without talking to me.
Yeah, exactly. There's so, like, girls... I'm not trying to be I don't want to be down on women, but there's such hypocrites, man.
Yeah, there's flaws.
Like, it makes just with what David was saying now, it's so real because, bro, cool. Okay, you maybe for whatever reason you'll ghost or leave me or whatever. Just like what David's saying, now you pop up. Oh, where have you been? You was in this place. You didn't want to holler me. I'm like, you didn't holler me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna be chasing you for what?
I hear that.
I mean, it's crazy.
That's the thing. It's crazy. And I'm thinking about that now. Then, is it a case? Why do you think we're not that pressed? Like, do you think then? Because would you say that if we was like 100% in, that we would almost be like as concerned as they are? Like almost like we should be all in tears and stuff for them, if you know what I mean.
To be honest with you, I'll be real. I have been at a point where I was like in tears for someone when like I felt like, all right, cool. Okay, this girl's gone. I know I messed up. Let me go to her. But it's like when you go back and then you repeat those things and you're still getting like the same outcomes. After that, after a while, it's like,
there's no point.
What's the point? Because it's almost like, I'm not saying women are the same. They're not the same. Everyone's different. But it's like their behaviors in a way at times with certain situations, it just repeats. And it's like with me also as well, I don't want to digress again, but I have to. There's been times where like, cool, say I want to express myself now. Even that is an issue. Oh, why do you feel that way? How can you tell me why? Does that make sense? Why do you feel that way? So it's a thing with me. So I'm just like, I'll still be on you if things aren't great. Like I'll still show that I'm concerned, but I'm not killing myself because I've been there time and time again. And it's like, even when I'm doing that, it's not even being appreciated. So what do you want me to do? I'm not. You're not Jesus, bro. I'll leave you.
It's true, man.
I'll leave you.
It's crazy. It's crazy, you know. I'm even thinking with me, what are my flaws? You know what it is? I've said this many times. My individualism.
Oh yeah.
So the fact that I'm my own man, I operate a certain way. I have a certain structure in terms of how the frame of mindset I see life as a whole, and that can be quite complicated for other women to kind of match, especially if they're not. Because especially in this day and age where women aren't necessarily willing to submit to a man, and rightfully so, the way circumstances are. But there can be clashes in that sense.
100%.
Yeah, and then
100%.
I'll say my charisma is my greatest. It's my greatest attribute. I'll say my charisma. Yeah, for me, like not really a dull moment, or I can be that person that you can have a dull moment with. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you get it? So I'm a clean slate. I'm an open book. So. In that sense, I'm
100%. You're open book. You really let out what's on your mind.
Yeah,
bro.
man, definitely.
So, what about the negative now?
The negative, I said there was the individualism.
So
it can be it's quite rigid at times. So some might say arrogant, stubborn, but I don't know. It's just the frame of mindset.
You know what? I feel like that's what if it wasn't for what I said before, it would have been that definitely,
innit?
because I literally like have a whole like timetable to myself, like okay, 2 hours do this, 3 hours do this for editing or whatever. So like when I do get calls or like this girl was texting me at this time, I'm like, bro, I have to work, I have to do my thing. So once it becomes a repetitive thing, or like every day I'm getting a call, I'm doing this, it seems like I'm pushing them away, and that's when it's like
it gets a bit, because I think as men we're purpose driven, so it's like we want a woman that aligns with our purpose.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't know, because then women have to be willing to do that then, because in a sense they have to give themselves up.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like, I don't know, is it selfish? It sounds like,
I don't think
or
it's,
like,
I don't
you know what I mean?
It's not
Like,
selfish.
Because go ahead.
You know, to be honest, being selfish in terms of like when you're trying to attain success, it's mandatory. You have to be selfish. Like I saw something the other day actually. Michael Jordan even said himself, like if you want to get success, you have to be selfish. Maybe actually depends on what you're doing. Like obviously, maybe you're working in a team or something. It may vary, but just in general, for what success is, you have to be selfish with your time, bro. Because cool, we're all in our 20s now. We're not gonna be 20 something forever. Like I don't want to look back at these years now and be like, oh, you could have done. Nah, f that. I'm not having it. I don't care. So, and the reality is with a lot of these women, a lot of the time they're temporary. Like, bro, how many? I've had a few sweets in my life. Where are they now? They're gone, having their pizza and their bread or whatever. they're not here. So
just the phase, isn't
I don't want to ever compromise the time I have for someone who could be in my life temporarily. Now I don't want to do that, man. I'll be real. Because at the end of the day, not to be long, but one other thing I'll say is that at the end of the day, with what I'm chasing, it will be here regardless. If you're here today, it will be here. If you're not here today, it will be there. And that's what's going to help me, fill my vision and build my foundation. You're not. You're just going to be a part of it. So,
Then would you argue then, even so, when we're striving for our purpose and we achieve our goals, that's when, we're at our happiest.
100%.
So I think it's even a case of, to get the best version of myself, it will help us in the long term, where I'm trying to build this foundation for us.
I was literally just gonna say that.
Man.
I was literally just gonna say that. Like,
thank you.
Did you get it?
Like, you know what? Yeah, you see, after my last relationship, I've deeped. There's like, before I even like, Michael even asked me, "Are you chatting to anyone?" I was like, "Nah." I don't even want to be at a stage where I can chat to someone, because I want to literally get to that stage where mentally, physically, everything, I'm the best version of me before I even go into that direction with a woman. Because if I can't be the best version of myself, how can I not expect you to expect stuff from me? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it's like, also, even what you said about individualism, like, nowadays, I don't know how you man see a partner in it, but nowadays in a partner, you want your partner to be your best friend, you want your partner to be your love, not only just your lover, your carer, everything. And it's like, I'm not trying to bash women, because men need women. We need women.
Say that so much.
No, I just want to say that because I've seen their podcasts like, look at these man cool podcasts and bash women, blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to bash women in it, because at the end of the day, we coexist. Men need women as much as I feel like women need men in it. I'll be real. So it's a thing where I feel like the mentality of not only men and women alike is that some women I've met is like, it's just take.
Can I add on to that as well? Or do you want to say anything?
I was just add on to it.
And besides the take, is just that now thing. Let's do this now. Or pick up the phone call now. No, I have to, because if I don't focus on this thing, where I am right now, it will forever be that. I don't want to be where I am right now. Because if I'm only here right now, there's only so much that we can do. Let me grow. Give me my time sometimes, so I can just steadily grow and
even free up the time.
Exactly.
To give you the now,
legit,
the future nows.
Exactly. And as I'm steadily growing, we're gonna be able to do more things as well with that. Because at the end of the day, if I'm reaching my goals, I'm getting more money. I'm even reaching more of my happiness, that's great for the relationship, point blank. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
that's facts, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
funny, when you said take, like, I think women will either multiply you or divide you.
Facts, bro.
Like, I think about, there's a fair share of man, and I don't want to bash anyone. If it relates to you, then so be it. But, men that are like going out of their way to come across a certain way to a certain type of girls in certain environments, like, like people are, I don't know, men that are trying so hard to fill their pockets up only to splash it in certain environments. That's like them dividing from you, because the women are just kind of like enjoying with you, and it's like, it might not even amount to anything.
Exactly.
But then the woman can multiply you in the sense where I can even go back to, I can refer to myself where, like, there was a time when I was with my ex, and it was like, a down period for me. A bit, you know, with them ones when you find your one, you just kind of go behind the curtains and you kind of build in the shadows.
Yeah.
I remember I definitely benefited from that, and I definitely understood a lot of things within myself during that stage as well. So I guess it's the stage of life you're at and your perspective on women at the time. Are they gonna like affect you, or are they gonna add to you? Are they gonna take away from you or add to you? That seems to be the common thing.
And that's a scary thing though, because there's a lot of actors out here, bro. They'll say that they're down. Oh, you're doing this. Oh, keep it going. But their actions, it's not congruent.
Yeah.
It's not congruent what they're saying. But because of what they're saying, it can sound so sweet.
Yeah. You'll feed into it.
And because they're looking beautiful. I'm not a beautiful woman, bro. You know what I mean?
That's even, when you said that, it's even hurt my heart.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna. That's it.
You know what I mean? It sounds so sweet. They look so sweet. So you're like, okay, maybe he's not doing this, but give her a chance.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're a dickhead, but give her a chance.
Bro, like,
give her a
literally,
chance. I've been in that. I'll be real.
Even me, like, I'm even gonna say the example. I have to get it to my chest.
Yeah.
Like, so imagine, like, sometimes, you know what I've learned recently, like, it's like, this is to all men listening, if anything happens to you with a girl, don't hate women. Just learn to understand them.
It's not personal.
Wow.
I'm being real. Yeah. Don't hate women. Learn to understand them. Every woman is different, but you need to learn to understand them. Because, like, literally, so I'm talking to this girl for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I mean a while, it's like 4 months, innit? Okay. And I can't lie, I'm starting to catch a bit feelings. I'm trying to be a bit fond of her, you know what? Paying for dates and that, you know what? And I'm not even.
I thought there's even tears.
I'm even like, what's like, obviously, I'm proud that I met the person, because I can't lie, she showed me some higher things to life. Like, sometimes you need to enjoy, like, going to a nice restaurant. Sometimes you need it, innit?
Yeah.
But tell me why I'm having 4 months in, like, she's telling me, that another guy's like swaying her feelings, bro. Tell me why. Tell me why. And literally, this is me. What? She told me this,
Goodness,
bro. Like, I've kind of digested it, and I was calm on the phone.
That will mess my head up.
But bro, I'll hang off the phone, bro. I was like, wait, what? I was actually laughing to myself in my house, like, I was like, wait,
go crazy,
what?
otherwise you have to.
So wait. So now, like, it's like, I've just seen to myself, wait, was it me? I was thinking, was it me? Is the 4 months a whole lie? Like, have I just lived in like a delusion of feelings? Was I actually attracted to, like, this is my thought, I'm just saying my thought process. Was I actually attracted to you? Was I attracted to the feeling of you?
Yeah.
And then, this is what I was thinking in myself and her, but ultimately it goes back to, I just didn't understand. That's the type of girl she was, innit? Temporary, innit? As she said, it's temporary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just temporary for her in that time. And obviously, literally, when I've like, obviously, it's kind of popped back up in recent weeks, like, trying to rekindle stuff. I just told her, for me to rekindle stuff, I literally said this, with all due respect, I'm not a sucker, like, for me to rekindle stuff with you, that's like me going 10 times back, not only as a man, not only as a human being, but just in general, because what has happened. Yeah. I can't now take you on a date and not have that on my mind.
The feelings,
you know what I mean? Like,
I get what you mean.
So sometimes as human beings, but I'm saying as men in general, as you said, some guys literally live to serve women, and that's
not me. Same, I'm with you.
You can't live to serve women. Sometimes you need to. That's why it comes back to the selfishness, the individualness.
Exactly.
You need to live to serve yourself, bro.
Exactly, because not to like repeat myself, but there's man that legit do live to just fund the relationship. Fund the relationship. I've seen it in uni so many times. Fund the relationship or fund themselves just to look good for the relationship. I'm like, okay, you're buying this, you're going here. But in terms of like investing in what's going to help you to progress, you're doing nothing with it. So eventually she's going to leave you anyways, because now when it comes to you actually getting to the age of where you're going to have to buy a house, you're going to have to do this, you're going to have to have a certain car. If you're not able to now fund that, but you're still able to just fund going out for dates, all of that, at some point it's not enough, because this is how I look at it, between 18 to 24, the going out, going to dinner dates, looking nice, that's usually enough. Yeah. Once you hit 25 and over, bro, people are buying houses. Yeah. People are doing mortgages, bro. People are getting engaged. You think going to tattoos enough? No. You have to do the real thing, bro. Your credit has to be good, bro.
Yeah, I think people will definitely wake up to that. They'll definitely wake up to that. I think they do love the young and lit lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, the show lifestyle.
And it's okay. I think it's okay to do that, but it's for men, don't get sucked in thinking that's all it is. No, bro. Because if you think that's all it is, watch when your girl leaves you. You'll be thinking, fuck, I spent how many bags? How many?
I think it's key. It's very important to find our matches then, because I think in this day and age, there's different types of men as well as different types of women. There's a certain type of women that will attract a certain type of man from a certain environment.
Very true.
So it's up to you, because I'm in your situation. What I'm now thinking about, or the question that what came to mind is like, was she like searching for lifestyle? Did she maybe want to do a bit of gra? Like, did she want to?
Do you know what? Yeah, now that I'm looking back, like when I first met her, she didn't seem that kind of person. But I think in a way, and you know what? I'm a strong believer of people are put into people's lives to learn about each other. Yeah. I generally think I was put in her life to teach her about herself.
Okay.
Because honestly, in the time of me conversating with her, getting to know her, like I think I was a nice guy, gave her good advice about stuff and was genuine. But in terms of like going out, now that I'm looking back here, I probably saw a lot of flaws, but I kind of just,
ignore the red flags.
I kind of just ignore the red flags, because when I deep it, I think she was used to that lifestyle, innit?
Yes.
And I was trying to show her, not change, but show her like, there's more to life than just going to nice places. Like you can actually get value of just going on a bike ride. To get value of actually just taking a walk in central London. No,
I agree with you. I agree. No, hear me out. I'm only laughing because if you say that to any girl, most of the time, like what the fuck? Yeah. But I agree with you, bro. I would love to just let's go for a walk.
No, like legit.
They'll go on Twitter, Kini, this guy wants to go on a walk and drink Gary. What rubbish? That's what they will say on Twitter. Like, what rubbish is that?
I know, yeah.
That's what they will say. I agree with you. I'm not laughing at you.
I hear that, yeah.
Bro. Man took this girl fishing, bro.
You know what?
Bro, no, but you know what hurts me? I'm just gonna get this off my chest. I need to. And
that's so different.
Bro.
If this girl's watching, obviously, I wish you the best of luck, man. But like, imagine, I'm thinking that's very intimate, like, because literally, like, I didn't show you the place. It's not even far from out of London. It's Reading, innit? Bro, Planty went to Reading. Yeah. Went to this like lake. Wow. Like you just rent it, you catch the fish, you throw it back in the pond, innit? Like it's pretty cheap.
It's not even like some B-Tech thing. I've got the full.
Yeah, I paid for the bait, paid for the rented, the fishing rods, everything, innit? Oh. So I'm thinking, in my head, this is my thought process. Look, someone's actually put in the effort to plan a thing that's not normal. Sorry, let me rephrase this. How often is someone going to take you to fishing? That shows that I've actually put in the thought process into it. So it's like. Yeah. Again, like I think not to digress, but again, back to my own point. I've shown this girl like there's more to life than just fast cars. Yes. What you've experienced with guys taking you on dates, guys taking you to gauchos, whatever. Yeah. I'm actually trying to bond with you on not only a intellectual level but a spiritual level, heart to heart level.
I think it is though, guys. I think it's a thing where I think a lot of times, not all women, but a lot of women, their perspective is not, let's do this for the sake of growth. I want to do this because I saw Shaniko do this. I saw Joanna do this. I have FOMO. I feel missing out. That's what it is a lot of the time. Because, for example, the previous girl I was talking to, she's like, let's go here because this person done this. Or, for example, she even said one crazy thing, mad disrespectful to me. But then she's like, please forgive me. She said, the only reason why I said that is because this podcast, these girls said this. A lot of times it's just FOMO or what they've seen on TikTok or Snapchat. Like, I think that's what it is, to be honest. But influenced by what we consume, definitely. And if you're going around, you're seeing American girls living a young rich life. Like, and this is why they say, UK men, they don't
because I feel like also as well, I feel like girls, a lot of the time, they don't know who they are. So they can, all they have is to follow what other people are doing. Like they don't know what, like even though they can say they have a standard of their beauty, but they don't know what they actually have set as a standard for what they genuinely enjoy. All they see is, okay, if this girl's doing this on TikTok, Iberiando's doing this, so and so is doing this, and they're having fun and they're getting treated and they're getting flowers, that must be the answer. But they don't know, like, that's the scary thing, you don't know what it is.
And it's like, because hearing that is opposite to what we were just saying about what apparently our flaw is, the individualism. Right? I think that's probably what it is. Men, I think with men, we are our own men. I don't think us three are similar in any way. Do you know what I mean? And that's like with most men in my friendship circle as well. Like we're all so different. We've got our own values. We all come across a certain way. So that being the case is like, I don't know, we've all got our own, we're just our own person really. Whereas I think UK girls, they want to drop.
So I'm gonna ask you, man, a deep question. You know how people say that love at first sight, things like that. Do you think, and this is very philosophical, do you think in the universe there's a woman that's tailored for you specifically? Just genuine question. I know that's very like deep,
I think there's like I know from my experience, there's a group of women with certain attributes, certain behaviors, certain ways of communicating that is for me. But one female, no, is a lie. For me personally, I don't think so, because if I'm in China today and I see I have my first time woman.
Yeah.
So was it until I had to go to China for me to experience that? So that's I think. I don't really think it's
because you can experience what you think. Because I mean, I don't know, that secondary school love, that crush you had, you thought, oh, that's the love of my life. Years on, you're here and you're like, that was not. I don't know. It could be just in the moment thing. Because I think I think it's a frequency thing. There's definitely certain frequencies and energies that you just kind of mold very well with. But is that in one? Because multiple women can embody the same, well, not the same, but different types of energies. But something about that will. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Yeah, I don't think you can find that in one woman though. I guess it's kind of a thing where you have to pick. I think that's what I guess that's what the structure's there for, isn't it? Like social constructs. You have to kind of pick yours and just go with that, despite the fact that you might feel that with other women type of thing, isn't it? Definitely.
I think a lot of the times, and I'll hold my hands up to this. I think a lot of the times we're probably in lust with people, not in love with people. Like we like the idea and the thought of the person, but realistically speaking, we're probably not that compatible with each other. That's because and you know what? Like not to go off on a tangent, but like on our pod the other day, we were talking about loneliness, innit? And I think as men and women, as human beings, you need to. It's very obviously a man's don't be an island, innit? But you need to be acceptance of your loneliness. Because when you're not, that's when you start to compromise, bro. That's when you have certain nights in your life and you're like, realistically speaking, let's say for example, I'm lonely now and I'm not accepting my loneliness. A girl comes into my life, right? She does something to me. 9 out of 10 times, I'm probably not gonna accept that she's done that to me. But with the fact that I'm lonely, I'm not okay with myself. I'm just gonna affirm it, be like, oh, she's not gonna do it again, bro.
Exactly. That's literally what I've been through. I'll be real, recently, because when I had this girl first introduced to me in my life, I was just alone, bro. Like I had the whole schedule, but just me, do this by myself. So now when she came in and she's actually like added to my schedule basically. Okay, at this time we want FaceTime. And then now that's gone, it's like
Yes.
Now all I can hear is the sound of me breathing.
I do get that.
It's like, and then now when they act up, you're like, I shouldn't be taking this, but let me just firm it. Because bro, that feeling of loneliness sometimes, is very, very necessary. I think is needed for growth. But when you've now been lonely, but then had someone add on to that and then diminish that, it's like a whole bag of weights just lifted off your back, bro. It's a nice feeling, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's something making a noise.
I think it was your mic, bro.
It stopped as soon as I got up.
That's weird.
Probably your mic.
What power do you have, Clive? That's crazy.
I don't know if I called this up. Like, as soon as I got up in there.
That's weird. You got some mad
I love it. Fucking hell, man. Nah, literally. I'm loving this though. What? So, okay, let me slap this on. What do you think? Okay, if you could give one non-sexual thing that arouses you about a girl, the one turn on that's not sexual, something that a girl will do. What do you say? What do you say it is?
Do you know what? Yeah. Is this just in a relationship or just in general?
Is there a difference?
Kind of.
Yeah.
You think? Definitely.
Is it?
Because the attribute I was gonna say in a relationship, someone I don't know can't just do that, innit? If that makes sense.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Do both, because I'm keen to see actually. Yeah.
I was thinking about in a relationship, you know that genuine feeling of someone actually cares about you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm even smiling saying this, isn't it? That genuine feeling, of like literally. You've had a long day, and then this person actually cares about you. This person actually because often, as guys, we don't, I'm sure you have probably that one or two boys that you can actually go to and tell them how you feel and vent how you feel.
Yeah.
So when a woman is actually open to listen to how you feel and not like bash you or not like kind of accept you for you, that accept women who are just so accepting of like, you know what, David, this happened today, but you know what, this is how you're gonna deal with it. Someone who can actually speak to you on a level and know you. So I feel like that's very like, oh my god. That's, but in terms of like So I'll say passion. I'll say I'll get passion in it.
Yes,
Someone who's passionate. And in terms of not being in a relationship, just people are just like, you know when you meet a girl, and she's just bare nice.
I hear that.
Oh,
do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Explain it.
Like, I don't like it. It's so boring. Like, please.
But when they're nice.
Yeah,
no, I like that though.
Like, it's boring.
Like, we say nice, like feminine, like just like
very like feminine, like nice, not in terms of relationship, but just like it's just like oh shit, like I'm sure you've probably met like girls who are mad attractive, and like you actually can be, you can get what you want. I'm yours. Take me. But like you're just bare nice, talking to me on a level, like you're not, you have zero ego. Just girls with no ego. That's actually a very attractive thing.
I agree with that. Actually.
I feel you, man.
What about you? What about you guys?
Emotional intelligence, man. That's it. Straight. Both parties in a relationship, out of relationship, emotional intelligence. Because I believe if you have that, or you're willing to gain that, that's great for communication. Like there's a bad that alone, it's a byproduct of I can't even speak properly, sorry. It's a byproduct of so many other things that will help to make things smooth, man. I swear to God, because if you have emotional intelligence or you want to gain that, communication is there. Anxiety is less overthinking, more to talk on what's on your mind. Because the last girl I was with, I feel like she lacked that, and because she lacked that, I'm not trying to bash her at all if you're watching, but because she lacked that, it became a thing where I want to say this but I can't because I know you'll react. You know what I mean?
Okay, yes.
It's like you're treading.
I want to be as transparent as possible, and we explore this together, and we not feel a type of way after it, type of thing.
Exactly. Like as I said before, if I want to try and speak my mind on certain things on how I feel, why are you feeling like that? I'm not in the way where like, why are you feeling like? Why are you feeling like that? What kind of rubbish is that? How can you tell me this is what I'm feeling, bro? Instead of someone who has some kind of emotional intelligence, be like, okay, what has you to feel that way? There's and it's so simple, but the line is just so. You know what I mean? So emotional intelligence, man, 100%.
No, that's a good one. So
for me, you know how we're talking about how girls at times can be sheep. They're not. There's not really self. There's a lack of self. Yes, I think that stems from like a lack of self-esteem, self-confidence, just literally confident in who you are, confident in your skin. Because I think when you do that, your charisma shows, so now you're more humorous. I'm now laughing. You've won me if you got me laughing, I can't lie. So I think that's like, I don't know, self-confidence, self-esteem, high self-esteem is something I would look for, definitely. I agree with that. Definitely, yeah.
I agree.
Do you not like, because you know them ones where, I don't know, you might know that sometimes there'll be a girl that will just be a bit aggressive, she'll hit you, but it'll be like, what? Don't even don't even start that nonsense with me before, you know what I mean? I like that kind of, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
And like, just be free. Like when a girl was actually just free, it's so blissful.
Definitely.
Because what I love when it comes to being with a girl, is just, the way I see it, how I desire to have a relationship is literally just someone who's my best friend, but the only thing that's different between my best friend that I've had in the past for many years and you is the fact that we get intimate and it gets physical. That's it.
Even what do you call it, like when someone's willing to know about you? What's that like? What word would you sum it up in?
Just to understand you. There's a word for it. I don't know.
I don't even know.
But have you ever like, you know that feeling, like let's say you watch a show, like for me it's anime, innit? I never forget this one feeling, This person, and this obviously me and this person were talking like to be in like in a situation, but now we're good friends, innit? I remember when I was talking to this particular girl, she didn't even watch anime, now she's an advocate for it. But just that feeling of, I don't know what, I remember just saw a text like, oh yo, I watched Fullmetal Alchemist, it was so good. I was like, wait, what? No. I was like, wait, what? There's that feeling of, she's doing something because she's actually trying to get more to know about me, and that even allows her to get to know more about herself. Because a lot of people, and she said, bro, like, even not only girls, guys too, they're just in that shade of bandwagon sheep. I'm doing this because she's doing it, I'm doing this because he's doing it. So when they kind of branch out with someone and see, this is actually cool, it allows them to not only learn about themselves, get closer to the other person, innit?
Definitely.
And also to add on to that, if a girl was doing that for me, I would want to do the same.
Exactly. More, or do it more times 10.
I will reciprocate straight because I just feel like if someone's doing something for me, I have to do it for you as well. Plus more. So that's what I love. Someone who's willing to adapt. Someone who's willing to I feel like what makes something so great with any relationship, not even just woman and man, is knowing that, being willing, to compromise.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. You have to be willing to compromise. If you're not willing to compromise in some way.
I've been going through this battle myself, man, recently as well. It's true. What you say is true, but what we just said before.
I think compromise is the wrong word though.
No, compromise in terms of like
shift things.
Because say for example, my girl for example, always loves to watch anime or a reality TV show every Thursday. Me personally, my life, I don't watch anything other than interviews. So for me to watch, that's me compromising, right?
I don't think that's compromising though. How? I don't see that as compromising.
I don't value anything that's to do with entertainment.
Because I see that as just like
that's me compromising. No, because let me say why I think that's compromising. Because I don't value anime for example. I don't value it at all. I don't see the purpose of me watching it. I don't see how it will benefit me. But for me to now go and watch it just because of you, just to spend time with you because I want to make you happy, is that not compromising? Or am I using the wrong word then?
No, that's about right. Because I can relate where it's like sometimes I'm not the one to stay indoors and watch movies with you all day. You might want to do that and spend time with me, but there's no way I'm doing that. Sorry. So I'm not willing to compromise in that sense. Because I'd rather go out and do what I've got to do purpose-wise and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do you get it? So
I think that's what breaks us deep in now. Say that's your situation now.
Yeah.
You're not willing to compromise, and she wants to. Clive, come in to watch this abracadabra movie or whatever movie it is, and you're like, no, I want to do my thing.
Got some self-improvement to do.
But then with that now, cool. That could be what breaks the relationship.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're willing to compromise, that's what could keep it going, kind of thing.
Can I say? I think I don't know how to explain it because willing to compromise for me, I don't think you should compromise, bro. Because I think you should adapt and kind of like get to know them on what they like, but kind of explain, you know what, and explain to them, yo, I can't lie, I don't like staying at home, I'll be real, but I get why you like it, but can you now come out with me and see why I don't like doing it? Because we're gonna do that eventually one day. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
But in terms of compromising, I feel like if you compromise, there's gonna be a problem down the line that you're not even gonna know.
Yeah.
Because when you're gonna be like, for example, when you're gonna be fed up of watching that Thursday TV show,
you're gonna be playing a role for so long, innit?
But I'll be real. If I'm choosing to compromise with that person, that I've already made up, like, cool, maybe I don't enjoy it like that, but that's what makes me happy. That's what made me feel good, bro.
Okay.
So the emotion of fuck this anime. It's nothing. It's nothing compared to the happiness of Michael's with me.
Okay.
You get it?
I get that.
So maybe I guess if you say that, I guess it has to be like a both party thing.
Yeah, obviously, 100%. Yeah,
has to be a balance, definitely.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Because if it's a one party thing, it's not gonna work.
Nah.
Bro, it all depends. It all depends on the partner, bro. Like this is so subjective because it all depends on what the partner appreciates as well.
Yeah.
So we can go on for days on this specifically, but it's just all subjective, isn't it? But yeah, that's how I see it.
Well, have you man compromised in the past? Just didn't like.
Yes, and it's not always good. Like for example, with me, my time, I don't like to waste time at all. Like I have a specific time schedule, so that at one point this girl was always calling. At first I'm like, I'm doing this all the time. I'm doing this, so now I'm like, this looks like I'm just avoiding her.
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm like, you know what? I add you to my system. That became an everyday thing, and it did slow me down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have, and I would say, I'm willing to compromise, but only if your understanding of why sometimes I'm not able to. And I feel like where I messed up is that I compromised, but she wasn't even understanding of why I wasn't always able to give her my time. But if you're understanding of it, then I feel like it's just gonna be easier for the both of us in the long term.
Not to get too deep, obviously.
No, don't get deep, bro. Bro.
But do you reckon? Be honest, bro. Do you reckon you communicate that effectively though?
Yes, 100%.
Fair enough. Then
100%.
your conscience is clean.
This is what I would say. I feel like with a lot of women, for what I had, for example, some people are just so adamant. Like with her, she was that kind of person who was like, I'm right all the time.
Yeah.
I wish I would play this one. She has a whole fear. It's on iMessage right now. I'll give her a play, but I don't want to be taken to court. But she literally said, like, in this very being words, I'm always right. I don't care no matter what. I always have my way.
No, definitely.
From that moment, I already knew we're not here together no more.
Yeah. Well, okay, wait, just to ask, did she have a father in her life?
This is the thing. Thank you. I'm so grateful. She did have a father in her life, but she didn't even respect him because at some point, basically, there was a period where her dad was off of work, so it was her mum that was funding the family. So then that's when her mum warned her, like, yo, with men will make
See,
sure, you know what I mean?
It starts from there, innit? It starts
make
from
sure
there.
they're doing this or make sure that, so like I feel like the level of respect that she had for dad, it just went to all men.
Yeah, because you're now approaching every man thinking, oh, well, my dad, and then now naturally, subconsciously, you've got your guard up and you're gonna just do some things with it without thinking straight. You're not really looking at it from an open scale.
Exactly. So.
And even vice versa, they say, I know women, they're always keen to see how we interact with our mothers. So I think it's rare that you hear women, like, because it's always like, the reason I ask this because the angle I was going to come at is, it's always the spoiled daughters, so they now get, and it's like, oh, you can't treat me like my dad. You don't spoil me the way my dad did, type of thing. So you're not levels, you're not it. But it's funny how you've now given the complete opposite perspective, where it's like, nah, like my dad isn't that, and you aren't either, type of shit. So it's like it's interesting.
Girls, I feel like they can be delusional sometimes, man. Like they can be their own enemy of progress sometimes with this love stuff. I just think that not all of them, but a lot of them, especially at our age now. The 22s to 23s, I believe that.
But the ones that aren't grounded, I think there's a level you got to know yourself. I think you got to know yourself, because it makes every interaction you have a lot better.
Exactly.
Do you know what? Yeah, I mean this wholeheartedly. This is to men and women. Sometimes be bloody humble, man. You need to humble yourself. I'm sorry, because like
humble.
No, when I say this, look, I know we all know one girl, that for no bloody reason she's rude. Like, we've all met, like, first interactions, like, she's just rude for no reason. And it's like, why are you rude?
So, bro, you know what? Let's be real though. Deep it, from 20 up to like 26, bro. Deep, like, when you're a pretty woman, just think of the life they live. DMs all the time. Outside, yo, babe, what are you saying? Twitter, oh, let me DM. Like, wherever they go, men are almost worshipping them. So they feel like they have every right to just trod on them. And what is so sad is that there's some men that are even bitches that they enjoy it. Like, they literally have fetishes over someone.
Like paping,
like stuff like that. But let me never go too far. Yeah, but like, you know what I'm trying to say though.
It's because it's the opposite. Like, see, sometimes there's the whole thing with like men objectifying women. I think there's like there's an opposite spectrum where there's a point where men are just seen as statistics to women. Oh, you're just gonna give me a drink at the club. You're just gonna. I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna get, I don't know, a couple.
Exactly.
I know I'm gonna get drinks from like 5 of you. I'm gonna strategically position myself and get what I want. And I'm all for it. Use your assets. Use your assets. Yeah, the game is a game, isn't it? So, boy, it's how you navigate the game. Really, it's how you catch.
Sometimes you got to ask yourself, dudes, man, you got to ask yourself, are you gonna live life being a sucker? You're gonna live life being a man of virtue. It's as simple as that.
It's true, bro. At a certain point, because like, if you want to be a sucker, bro, there'll be a point where there's only so much you can take if you respect yourself. If you respect yourself,
like that's why I'm so happy that like in this, like I would say, like, since when did TikTok come out? Like,
it changed into it was what was it? It was Musically before. It changed in.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's say I would say like since like let's say 2018 till now, innit? I'm very happy that like a lot of men have come forward and are all about that. You need to know yourself, like be a man of virtue. Because like sometimes just sit down and ask. Like sometimes I sit down and ask myself, like, literally, am I the man I want to be in a few years? Is what I'm doing now going to help me be the man I want to be in a few years? You know what I mean? And it just goes back to know yourself. Be a man of virtue, man. Don't play into, bro. I'll be so real, like, no matter how you look here, listen, youngsters, olders, no matter how you look, like, you can go gym, make yourself better. If you're comfortable with yourself, women will come, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like, women will come, so you shouldn't live, are you gonna live life serving women, or are you gonna serve yourself?
That's true, bro. That spills into my next question. Because you said hitting the gym and stuff like that, which gender do you think goes through the most insecurities in their developmental stages?
Mental stages,
like, no, developmental. So as I think about, just, you know, maybe from the educational, just go through the educational system, because I think that's where you're most futile. You're finding yourself, you interact with people, and you're learning more about yourself and whatnot, and there's all these insecurities flying around. Who do you think goes through the most, like, or not even who goes through the most, but if you were to try and scale it, whose is more significant?
You know what I'll say? That's a tough one to answer because at the end of the day, what we experience is meant only what we experience, right?
Yeah.
But
of course, yeah.
in a way, I want to say woman, but at the same time, I feel like as a man, it's tough, bro.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's like cool. We've all had that moment where we thought, oh, I'm gonna be a footballer. Once that reality hits, you're like, I'm not gonna be that anymore. And you're looking at your options like, okay, there's this job, there's this route I can take, there's this. So now you're just thinking, okay, what am I gonna do now? Because I'm seeing this guy have this car, this guy have this, and now the girls are treating him this way.
Right. Yeah.
So now it's like,
that can leave men insecure for sure.
I think obviously men and women both go through stuff, but I think it's growing up. I feel like now probably, I'm not saying now, but for me growing up, I think it's harder as a man because like, bro, I remember being like 13, 14 and shedding a tear and someone telling me to man up, bro.
Over what?
Like, bro, like.
Just in general,
like shedding a tear. Like, I'll say the example for me. Literally, I remember like someone said something like my feelings, bro, and I got like cried, bro.
Yeah.
Like someone told to man up, bro. Like, and it's a thing where I literally remember like in school when you see a girl crying, everyone's like, oh, you're okay, blah blah. But when you see a guy crying, it's like,
it's true. I get
come
you,
on, man.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to navigating through that mentality of man up, be a man, do this, do that.
I agree, man.
You have to like kind of grow with your own emotions, whereas because women are a lot more emotional beings, and they have other women around them to help them. Like literally, let's say you're a girl right now, like in a club crying, a random girl will come and help you.
Everyone there, all the time, like, oh my gosh, guys.
If you're a guy,
become best friends after that.
But like, literally.
Who done your legs?
Like literally, but if you're a guy, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard, like
So it's kind of like it's accountability, it's acceptance. Because I mean, as you're speaking it, I can almost relate it to myself. Where I remember in primary school, something that I could have been insecure about was my speech, my voice.
Okay.
So because I look a certain way, but I sound a certain way, people be like, why are you speaking posh? Why do you speak white? I've learned that I don't see that as a flaw. I see that as like it's a powerful. I think it's a sign of power, to be honest, and I embrace it now because I understand that. Whereas before, if maybe someone was more futile, they would have been like, what? And they would have just, they might have tried to sound a certain way, try to sound a bit rude, and then they would have even dragged it by saying, okay, let me prove myself by, despite the fact that I sound like this, let me be this, and then that leads to me jumping on road and doing this and that just to prove myself, right? Do you know what I mean? So me not attaching anything to it and just being like, what? Embracing it and just being who I am, that's definitely so accountability, just take it on as a man is a key thing here.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
And you know what? Go ahead. Nah, what I'm gonna say also as well, like with me, I feel like it's a thing where like, cool, you know, certain women, like let's just say for example, you don't have like you just lost your job and you have a girl. Some woman be like, what? Like, we can't go here no more, we can't go here. Yeah. So it's almost like, if you think that, even if you're a girl not like that, you could think, oh, she'll react in a certain way. Yeah. So now, cool, the one woman that you talk to almost about everything is now cut off. So now you might not have anyone else to talk to you about that. Now you just have to keep to yourself. If it's the other way round, oh, babes, I lost my job. Oh, baby, don't worry, I've got you. Yeah. And that's just the reality a lot of the time. So that's why I do feel like, it is tough because that's a very, very real thing that happens a lot of the time. Yeah. And it's like, even to the man then, like, you can say, oh, you lost your job, but it's like, bro, life goes on, even with that person could be going through God knows what. Yeah. As a man, because every man is struggling in some kind of way. Yeah. So now it's like, you really just have to just sit down, go with the tears and just go on.
I think the upper hand we do have is our testosterone. Yeah. So I think, physically, in terms of physical insecurities, I think as men, we know we hit the gym, dedicate 4 to 6 months, eat well, your skin will glow up, all of a sudden, beard, everything's going to start looking good. So we have the upper hand in that sense. I think with women, they might decide to go abroad and do certain things to adjust their insecurities in that sense. But I think we have the upper hand in terms of physicality. And I think that's what we're judged on. Actually, women are judged on physicality as well.
I think we're judged mainly on what we can provide, bro. Like, I think, not to digress or anything, but at the end of the day, like point blank, as a man, what makes your value either be up to here or here is how much you can provide. Point blank. No matter what, even my own mum, like I'll be so honest, man. I'm not trying to disrespect, but my own mum, she'll like the way she'll treat me. I know it's based on what I can provide, and I just said to myself, bro, if my own mum could talk to me in a certain way. You know, times when I was younger, I'm like, oof. Yeah. My mum can be like that. Imagine how any other woman would be like. Yeah. So I think it's just. Yeah, that's what I'll say.
It's true.
That's what I'll say, bro.
You better be reading your books, you better be doing this. It's provision. There's always been about our ability to provide from young. It's actually been that, to be honest.
But I didn't want to... Sorry,
bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
But I didn't want what you're saying about the physical aspect, I do agree, like, in a way, it kind of is easier for us to, like, make a change. Like, for women, cool, alright, maybe you can get a bit of nyash and that, but... A lot of the time, that's not even happening anyways. They're not willing to go as hard. But forget that, as a man, from my own personal experience, bro, when I was mad skinny to where I am now, I actually was able to like grow a bit of muscle. I've seen a change, bro. Like in terms of the way I'm
real.
Yeah, I'm sure you could probably relate to this as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like the respect is different, the approach is different, the confidence is definitely
my
different.
way of being has changed.
Exactly.
Like. It changes your aura as well. Like your energy is literally enhanced at the mere fact that you embody a temple, like a superior, mighty temple.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
And if we're now gonna try and talk about this in like in a statistical way, like cool. If you go to the gym, you know most of the time. Like most gyms in the UK, let's just keep it UK, it's filled with men. A lot of women will be intimidated to even go there. So now they're like, I didn't even have the chance to increase my body mass. What do I do now? And home workouts, bro, no one's doing home workouts for that long. So that's what I do feel like, in a way, I would say men go through it more, but it's like we actually kind of have like the upper hand sometimes. And gym being an example. So that's what I'm saying.
I think it depends. Obviously, it depends if you categorize it, because you said physically, but I think emotionally, men definitely go through it more, bro. Because like, bro, like
sorry, let's cut you off here, but the physical alone has helped my own emotions.
Oh no, but that's
like it's a byproduct of
good.
the physical. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I heard that, but I just think like I don't know, because maybe I'm talking from too much of a personal perspective.
No, it's not too much, bro.
I think in terms of, because bro, like me, I didn't start going gym till like I was older. Do you know what I mean? Till I'm talking like 18, 19. So
I was getting gym since
like properly, that's not properly. We're going and putting chain on our neck and walking. I'm just screaming like that's what literally doing like gaga. Yeah, we do a gaga.
The gym at 1 AM. The gym is closed. Why are we there?
Like, but like, so I think because deep it, like bro, like deep it. Just that statement itself, man up. Why is that a statement?
Yeah.
And it's a cliche thing.
Yeah.
It's not a cliche thing to a woman up, like, or like what is it? Like most of the time, sorry, let's come up again. When it comes to women, it's like, girl, let's have a night out. Let's go on this drive, or let's watch this movie together. Like that's what it is.
And like, even this, what I'm gonna say now, wraps up to what you said about emotional intelligence. I think as men growing up, for me personally, bro, I can't. When I was younger, bro, I'd be raw. I had an anger issue, bro. Anger issues, bro. Okay. Like, it's only like till like maybe I remember when I was like 16, my mom was like, no, you need to like like calm down. You need to like control your anger, control your emotions, innit? Mom even said like your emotions are what gives you power. Wow. And I think like as men, we need to, that's what we've been taught, like you need to be in touch with your emotions, you need to be literally and whereas
control
a lot of women is like you don't have you're allowed to cry, you're allowed to do this. Whereas like you know, I don't know, like
I think I know what you're trying to get, because like when we're raised, we're taught, some dads are like, you know, even if you're going through it, smile or keep your face like this, don't cry. Like even my own dad like, go. You know what I'm saying? So now when you're now growing up and your girl's saying, babe, you can cry. My dad told me for the past 20 years of my life. So it's just that now it's like you're conflicted. Do I now show my real self to her in terms of my emotions? And if I do, is she gonna look at me like a pussy? Because my dad said women don't like that, but this woman is saying so. It's like that.
I feel like women do. Not like they'll disrespect. I feel like there's a level of a woman will definitely connect with you in a certain way. Like as a man, you're showing me your vulnerable side.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
But it depends on the woman you're showing that side to.
Of course, some will be like, oh, we'll give you the famous
You're done out. So it's interesting. So it sounds like insecurities is like we both go through them because life is just circumstantial. But I think it sounds like
arguably there's more of a cushion for women.
Yeah.
Whereas men
That's what
just
I
have
think,
to kind of face it head
That's
on
what I
and
think,
accept
yeah,
it.
head on.
Because
bro, like I'm sure are you still in uni now? Graduated
last year, yeah.
Congrats, bro. Like I'm sure we've all been in uni sometimes, yeah, and just been alone, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to now like navigate and just be okay with your own space. And like something bad will happen is like, bro, like you're so overwhelmed.
Yeah.
It's like you have that all that shit that's going on is in your head, bro. And it's like you have to kind of compartmentalize what's going on, break it down. And the worst feeling is like when something's happened, yeah, and you start to overthink. And now even if it's not that deep, it's happened already. You're overthinking, and you don't have kind of someone to talk to. That's why there's a statement like men don't be an island. I don't know if you said it, but I always hear people like guys say men are not an island.
Okay.
You have people to talk to. So that's why she said you put it perfectly. Like it's harder for us to as dudes as men to kind of break that emotion down to other people. But when you find that person to do it to, is an amazing feeling.
Right. But have you had that person that?
In the past, I would say I've had that person to kind of break it down that I can, open up emotionally and they won't like judge me and stuff. It's a great feeling.
It's healthy. It's healthy.
But
man. It's healthy.
it just goes back to what I was saying before. Like I think it's a great skill in general to be in touch with your emotions, man.
Definitely.
Like you don't want to be a reactional man. A man who can't control his emotions is a weapon, man.
That's why
people just weaponize you.
That's why I think Tupac died, bro. I know this is so random.
Nowhere.
That's why Tupac died because he was just too emotional. Like I hate being around people that are so emotional. So not even emotional. That's the wrong word. Impulsiveness.
Okay.
I can't stand people. And me myself, I've been at a point where I've been impulsive because I had certain things like not to. Can I talk about like weed loud and stuff?
Yeah.
In fact, I've seen this being talked about on the pod. What am I saying? Like for example, with weed, for example, bro. I started to have it from what 2021 December.
Okay.
I didn't start to have it properly until like May last year. And one thing I realized from then to now is that every time I have it, I become more impulsive. I see this, I want it now.
Okay.
Let me order it now.
Yeah.
And it's like some people are like that period off of the loud. I can't be around you, bro. You know what I mean? Because where's the longevity in your day-to-day actions then? Everything's just let's do this now. No. I can't.
Reactionary, isn't it?
I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Like that's why certain people I won't even have a proper conversation with them because I know if I say this, you're taking it personal. No, this is just me giving my angle on something. Period. That's it.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. But also, I think that could stem from a lack of emotion, bro. Like a lack of understanding your emotions, bro. Like, do you get me? Because like. I can use an example of me and you, bro. Okay. I remember one this is like when me and Michael first started the pod, yeah, I made a thumbnail and it wasn't good, I'll be real. It's not good.
Okay, fair.
Michael just told me straight, it's not good.
Shit.
And Michael knows me enough to tell me I'm not gonna take that shit personally, bro. I'm gonna, be like, oh, I'll ask you, Michael, what's not good about it, bro? Tell me how can I make this better? Yeah. But some guys, you say that to them, what you on, bro? Like they're just quick to bang. It's just like you're world against them.
Yeah.
So they haven't had that person to kind of tell them, not everyone is people are here for you, not everyone is here against you.
Honestly, it's true.
Definitely.
It's very scary, bro. It's very scary. Like, it's like I remember one situation in uni, like I was in a club, like just at a club, and then something's happened, like people are arguing, Then one of my homies goes to fight, and I just look at him like, brother, and I've said this to him, I said, brother, if you throw a fist, you're on your own. Because why are you going into a situation looking for trouble because of what someone said to you? Bro, we're met, like you're a grown man. You're literally in the morning, we're not even gonna remember this.
Yeah.
You're gonna go fight, probably get beat up, expect me to jump in. Bro, I'm not jumping in.
Exactly, and just off of that one reaction that you make, now you have beef that may live for a lifetime.
Bro, talk.
All for what? Like not to digress, but I feel like this could be something good to talk about. Even all these youths now, or even when we were their age, you want to react off of what someone's saying on social media, bro. Leave it, bro. Like even with trolls, if someone like I think that we've had moments a few times where, on TikTok. We've had trolls coming on our I will never forget this, bro. Literally, this is the time we had this artist called YD Money.
Okay.
Every video literally was going viral off of our TikTok. People were like, oh, these guys should ban that. They should be on podcast. Ban podcast. All of that stuff. You know how the podcast slander is, bro. At first I'm like, nah, I'm gonna reply. And I didn't reply. I didn't reply to them.
I must have told you, bro. Stop reply.
And I'm like, what is this? I said something to Michael, don't do this, bro. Because
cool off.
A lot of these people, they won't even say anything to you in your face. And then besides that, what people think is based off of their own perspective of life. And your perspective of life could be off.
Yes.
It can be off completely.
Yeah.
So how can I now be angry at someone
Yeah.
based off of how they look at life, essentially?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't matter what anyone will say to you or me. It's like as far it's only truthful if I consciously accept it. So no matter what's projected, as far as it's me, whether I choose to digest it in my brain as the truth, then it's not the truth.
Exactly, and that's how I've been for a long time. But the only thing that like takes me off of having that angle of life is that someone could be saying something to you, and they'll piss you off or whatever. But now just because that someone else has seen that person disrespect you, they're like, oh cool, let me hop on that train too. Let me disrespect Clive too. Then the third person, the fourth person. So that's when it's like it's effed up. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Because I think that same way as well. Like someone could say to me right now, "Get the fuck out of my face." I'll be like, "Okay, Jesus walked away. I'll walk away." Know what I mean? But I'm like,
I know, I feel you.
that other person next to them could be like, "Rah."
Like,
Michael,
I have a story, mate. I don't know if Michael remembers this shit. I remember in school, there was a certain guy, I can't lie, disrespected me in front of everyone, and I didn't do nothing. And at the time, I thought I was being the better person, but I've never figured this feeling. I was walking home with you and another guy called Michael, and I was like, bro, I wish I could. I was like, this shit, I would F him up, like, I would kill this guy, and I let him disrespect me.
Yeah, I know that one.
And it's like, but now obviously I'm happy that I've grown as a person, like, it's not like deep in it.
Yeah.
But it's like, when it's like that moment is like, bro, like, I actually took disrespect like that.
Yeah.
Because back then the babes are watching, bro. You're mental.
I won't lie, bro. I swear to God, almost every single day, I swear on my life, bro. I still think of one person that disrespected me so much to this day. Like we can laugh now, but I still put it. It fucks with me in my head. So I'm like, why the fuck did you think? Oh, because Jesus turned up a cheek. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it f's with me, and I also just think like, cool. Just like we're saying now, f your emotions sometimes. Go on, because
literally.
Because what I think as well is this. Sometimes when someone tries to disrespect you or whatever, that's their world. Don't enter their world. Stay in your world. Be immersed in your world. Because whatever they have going on in their world, you don't know. They could have had the worst day ever. I'm not saying be considerate of people who disrespect you, but they're saying whatever based off of their own issues. Someone could try and bully you today, bro, because they've been bullied. They have unfinished business there. You know what I'm saying? But
they're not fulfilled in themselves.
Yeah, they're trying to bring it to you. So that's when people say, oh, it's not personal. Yeah, it's not personal a lot. Most things in life is not personal. It's because someone either has business that's not been finished, or if it's not that, they see, okay, this guy looks weak. It's not because it's you as Clive, just because they see you in that way, period. That's how I see it.
But you know, like back to my situation, I was probably like maybe 15, isn't it? But what, obviously I'm over it now. But I think in the time, what annoys you the most is like, why do they think they can speak to you like that, bro? Like, because I knew full well they wouldn't speak to him like that.
Exactly.
So why are you speaking to me like that? Like, I think that's what annoys you the most, because it's like,
personal then. You see me as below you.
No,
you see me as
it's not personal, like, because another person maybe he could have been your height. Now imagine every single person that's 5'5", I'm gonna attack this person on this day, attack this person on this day. It's not personal just because of one, like this is what I said to David today. This is so random. I said this on the train. I said, bro, when you deep it, your whole life would be different if you was a different height. Like if you was 6'5" today, your whole life would be different. Like, it's true. Like if you was 5'3", would you be why you respect me?
I got the ick thinking of that, I can't lie.
Excuse me. If you 5'3", sorry, bro.
bro.
Oh.
Yes, God.
If you was 5'3", Clive, I'm telling you now, you'd be a different man.
No, it's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the truth. So that's what I'm saying. It's not personal, bro. It's based off what people see physically. Or even if it is based off how they see you to think, it's still not personal.
It's limited.
Because it's all about how people approach you in terms of, oh, he's part of that group, so let me treat him this way. That's how I see it. It's not personal, in my opinion.
It's true. I get it. I do get it, to be honest. Definitely. But yeah.
Let's find out we're not 5'3", dude.
Not that there's anything against them that are 5'3".
Nothing wrong with it. Well, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true.
It's so crazy, dude.
I think the limited perspective people have on you, to be honest, the effect it has on you is your willingness to take it in and understand, right? And like attach it to yourself, identify with it. So I think introspection, which is one thing I'm big on, is a key thing. I think the more you delve in within yourself,
Exactly.
the more you're one with yourself. Nothing external to you can affect you.
Wait, do you talk to yourself, Clive?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What do you think I'm doing in the gym? And at home, I'm having full conversations with myself. G.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, man.
Every day.
Always. Yeah,
same,
man.
same.
Always. I see the dialogue in our head as you know the movie narrator. You know, oh, on this day, Clive went. Da, da, da.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's life is a movie. You're
Yeah.
the protagonist.
Yeah.
Just live your life, man.
Wow.
Definitely.
I like that. Yeah,
man.
for real.
Literally, it's the same dialogue we've all got in our head. It's taking us through our own narratives. So
Literally,
we just live it up, man.
it's true.
Indeed.
Like
But yeah.
sorry, I'm
Go
just
on.
thinking now, this just reminded me of something because this podcast and this guy was saying like when you actually deep it, yeah, life is 90% of what happens to you then. No, 90% of what happens to you then 10%. No, I think that'll be wrong. 90% of what happened. No, 10%. Sorry, I'm smoking. I'm cracking. 10% of life, yeah, is based off what happens to you, but 90% is based on how you react to it.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I can understand.
And that's literally it. Like, David, let's go back to that situation when you was in year 10 or year 9. If you reacted to that now and you actually did get physical, your whole life could be different right now.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because with that moment now, you could now think, anyone who disrespects me, from now on, they get these, you know what I mean?
No, it's been fact.
It's just-
it's been fact.
Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. We just watch it unravel, man. We just watch it unravel. Literally, man.
Literally.
But my boys, we have to wrap it there, man.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I know, man.
Bro.
End times content end, but there's gonna be more of these. I think you lot will definitely be.
I love this, man.
We love
I
this.
love your
We
mind.
actually love this.
Clive, I love your mind, man.
Conversations,
Love,
man.
big love.
I can't lie to you, bro.
It's good vibes when you man are around.
No, of course,
for real,
man.
For real.
Thanks for having us, bro.
Yeah, man. All good, man. All good. But man, them.
I wanna ask you
Yeah, go on.
Sorry.
Go on.
Carry
yeah.
on, say
I was gonna do the outro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say actually, I want to ask you like, as you like thought, okay, David and Michael, let's get them on. Like, what was your like thoughts behind getting us on? I wanna know. Even though we had a conversation before,
Yeah.
free of charge.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I wanna know.
To be honest, it was just like I said, you know what? I think live conversations like this, they're like timestamps. So the previous one we had was a timestamp. Literally last. So much of me has changed. I'm not the same person I left you guys with that time in it. So I think it's just setting a new timestamp. Really, I just came. I just wanted to come and have another open,
Only right. And I loved
deep
it.
delve.
We need this conversation, man.
Yeah,
Like, even now, we're not only proving us ourselves, like, learning about ourselves. People, I'm sure there's someone gonna watch it and be like, "Raw, these men are spitting facts, man."
Yeah,
man.
man,
That's
build
the
their
thing. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I always, the thing behind my brand as a whole is to expand our perspective on certain things. Thought-provoking content, expand our consciousness on certain things. Look introspective, look deep within ourselves, and understand why we are the way we are. Really. So
Exactly.
I mean, you guys would be ideal for that.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man. So,
I like that.
man, then free of charge podcast.
Free of charge podcast.
Make sure you plug into their Make sure you plug into their stuff. Anything else to plug as well? Was that?
Yeah, free of charge pod. Obviously, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, everything. Free of charge pod. Follow me too, man. I'm posting every single day, just sharing my thoughts.
Yo.
So, follow me on Snap, AKSMAN00.
Likewise, follow me on
Yeah. I'll attach that
Instagram,
in the
Same.
description.
underscore OLDR, Davido, everything.
Yo.
Instagram too.
Alright then, guys. That's us for today. Catch you later, man.
Thank you, people.
Nice one, man. Nice one, man.
That was smooth, man.
Alright, hot boys.
That was fun, man.